Okay, like, okay. Also, do you guys remember? Okay, do tell me one thing. Which metal is found in hemoglobin? Like एक chapter से question नहीं मैं पूछ रहा हूँ. Just asking some random questions. Which metal is found in hemoglobin?
So iron.
Iron. You know, in the body of a person, there is sufficient amount of iron that an iron nail can be made. Okay, ना?
Yes, sir.
1-2 इंच का iron nail extract किया जा सकता है. We can extract that much of iron from the human blood so that you can make an iron nail. Okay. Who else has joined?
So Moaz.
Yes, Mo. Assalamu alaikum. How are you?
Walaikum salam, sir. I'm fine.
Okay. So today I think I will try to cover the chapter. Basic concepts hai. Okay.
So today we will finish a chapter.
I will try to finish the chapter, but can't say for sure. Okay, na.
Yes,
So
sir.
see, yesterday I did told you about some of the in the previous class, I did told you about electrostatic charges.
Yes, sir.
Electrostatic charges की वजह से क्या हो रहा है? You
The
get to see that
attraction and repulsion.
obviously attraction and repulsion will happen depending upon the nature of the charges that is present on the body. Okay, Namaz. Ahmed and Arhan. Ahmed isn't here, no? See,
Yes, sir.
lightning is also happening because of electrostatic charges की वजह से हो रहा है.
Yes,
Further, I
sir.
will be telling you in detail कि cloud में opposite charges develop होते हैं due to movement of air currents in it. So हम समझेंगे there how lightning happens in this.
Yes,
So
sir.
lightning is also due to electrostatic charge. Do remember that. And when you see that when the balloon gets attracted to um, woolen sweater, there also electrostatic charges की हम बात करेंगे. Okay.
Sir, is nuclear fission also the cause of electrostatic charges?
Nuclear fusion.
Yes, sir.
Basically, in nuclear fusion, first understand what is nuclear fusion. जब nuclear fusion की हम बात करते हैं, so basically what is happening first understand. Basically nucleus split हो रहा है वहाँ पर ना, atoms split हो रहे हैं nuclear fusion में,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
and their energy is being released right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So basically वहाँ पे क्या होता है ना कि you get to see like uranium atom is getting splitted here, and it is releasing a large amount of energy, heat के form में, radiation के form में वहाँ पर निकल रही है. So thereby I don't think is simply electrostatic charges are playing there, but वहाँ पे other factors भी included होंगे. All right, no?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Basically higher energy state तक हमें लेकर जाना होता है उस atom को. Anyways, don't get there, otherwise you will be getting confused. Okay, na?
Yes, sir.
Just give me a moment. Let me join from my computer so that I will be able to see what's going on in the class.
Someone has joined, by the way.
Okay. Yes, Ahmad. Assalamu alaikum. Am I visible?
Not yet, sir.
Okay, anyways, let's continue the class. So there were 3 ways by which charge can be transferred from one body to another body, right? One of the
Yes.
way is by rubbing, by friction. दो bodies के बीच में friction होगा, thereby charge will be transferred from one body to another. Okay.
Yes, sir.
यहाँ पर it's not necessary कि दो bodies जो है conductor होनी चाहिए. When you look at balloon and the woolen sweater, are they conductor?
No, sir.
No, they are not conductors, but still charges are transferring between them. Getting it now, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then. So that is the thing about one of the way why which charge can transfer from one body to another, and kitni charge transfer hogi, what will be the strength of charge will depend upon a given condition. Humidity के ऊपर depend होगी. It will be depending upon temperature. More temperature means the strength of the charge will be low. Also, the type of material will also be there. All right, now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So these things were there. Okay. These are the examples of charge by rubbing. Right now, and in all the examples, the example of this one or this one or whether this one, that is lightning.
So
All
what the positive charges at the ground has to do with lightning?
Here you see when we will study this now, see this charge that is developing in this now, it has to be conducted somewhere. ये कहीं पर conduction तो होगा इसका.
Yes, sir.
It has to go somewhere there. So where will it go? The charge having negative, the negative charge will obviously be attracted towards the positive charge. No, that's
Yes,
why
sir.
the lightning strikes the earth. Okay, now. So that is the thing with that. Okay, so in all of this, basically what is happening, what we have been studying so far, कि electrostatic charges हो रही है, charges की difference create हो रही है, right? One body is getting having a positive charge, one is having negative charge, so thereby charges have developed on them. But yet we say that these are all examples of electrostatic charge.
Yes, sir.
Electrostatic charge, right? So that is the thing. Further, we get to see that there were two more methods via which charge can be transferred. One was conduction,
Conduction
another
and induction.
and induction. Very good. Right now, Ahmed. So see what happens in the case of conduction. We already did discuss that in this class. When you bring a charged body to a uncharged body, thereby transfer of charges takes place. Right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you get to see like this one. Here you brought a charge body to a neutral body, thereby some charges were transferred to here. So note that
So what is the difference between electrostatic force and conduction?
electrostatic force and conduction, both are two different things. Conduction is the method by which transfer of charges is taking place. It is one of the methods. Electrostatic force is the force via which two bodies having opposite charges are getting attracted towards each other.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sir.
And that we study in the case of friction के बीच में जब बात हम करते हैं, when friction is happening between two bodies. You take for example balloon and a sweater, वहाँ पे electrostatic force action में है. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
Try to understand that. Okay, so that is the conduction over here. Also, you guys might have noticed that in certain trucks, at the back of trucks, you will see there will be a hanging chain. You might have noticed or might not have noticed. I mean to say that you might have seen at the back of the trucks now, there will be a chain that will be hanging from the back of the
Yes, sir.
truck, and that will be in contact with the ground.
To deposit the charges into the earth.
Very good, Arham. See, basically क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे static charge develop हो रहा है in the body. Getting it, Ahmed?
Yes, sir.
So in the body of the truck, while it is moving, a static charge develops, and ये static charge की वजह से it carries fuel also, no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it can catch fire right now. So in order to avoid that, ये static charge हमें ground में transfer करना होता है. So thereby there will be hanging chain, right now. Okay, ये आप इसे कहाँ पढ़ेंगे? In electrostatic charge, right now.
Yes, sir.
Okay then. और यहाँ पर किस method से charge flow कर रही है ground में?
Conduction.
Conduction. Very good. So that is conduction. Apart from conduction, there's another image over here. You can understand this one. Okay, now by the way, your definition ये इस में आएगी. Okay, now. So see over here how charges are transferred in induction. In the case of induction, so look basically what happens. There's a neutral body, right? The number of protons and electrons in them are equal, right now.
Yes, sir.
So have a look at this one that will give a better picture of how induction basically works. There are two metal spheres and they are mounted on this insulating stands. ठीक है, अभी ये neutral है. Both of them are neutral. All right then. Now further what happens now? You guys might get this might be a little bit complicated for you. So first understand this simple diagram. Then I will be explaining the second diagram. See, you have a body like this. Pay attention where I'm drawing. And you brought a negatively charged rod near this neutral body. Neutral means number of proton and electron are equal. Okay, Moz? So see over here. So at first what happens? Okay, there will be plus, 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 plus like this. नेगेटिव 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 एंड नेगेटिव, ठीक है ना, ये भी न्यूट्रल है. फॉरगेट अबाउट दिस डायग्राम फॉर द मोमेंट, ओके ना, जस्ट पे अटेंशन वेयर आई एम ड्राइंग. सो अभी ये न्यूट्रल है, right? But as soon as you have brought this body near to this neutral body, अब क्या हो रहा है? Now what will happen? The positive charge will, it will
Attract.
be it will be getting towards this side. ये इस side transfer हो रहा है,
Yes, sir.
okay ना? So later on what is happening? Now it is like this. Now there are more positive charges over here, right now. There are lesser negative charges over here. यहाँ पे कुछ पॉजिटिव चार्जेस भी हैं, देयर आर सम पॉजिटिव चार्जेस, but the net amount of charges that have shifted towards this side is more. So there's a difference of charge between two sides of this body now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Understand this. If anyone is not able to understand this, please do let me know, because this is very basic and important.
So also the negative charges get repelled since like charges repel.
Exactly. In that manner also it can be understood very good. Was Ahmed, Arhan and Arham, everyone getting this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Let me re-explain this. So basically you have brought a negatively charged rod to a neutral object which earlier had equal number of proton and electron. अभी भी equal number है, लेकिन what has happened now? Now the positive charges has shifted towards this side, because यहाँ पे आपने एक negative body को introduce किया है, right now. So that is how basically it happens. Now further what happens? If you were to connect this body to a earth wire, आपने एक earth wire से connect कर दिया है, right now. So from earth wire what will happen? Let's say कि negative charges इस body में conduct हो जाता है. This body will gain negative charges from the earth. So अब क्या हो रहा है? Now once you have removed this, आपने इस conductor को this body you have removed now, right now.
Yes, sir.
से आपने अभी remove कर दिया. So thereby what will happen? You will see now it will be gaining negative charges. So अब net charges क्या है इसके पास? Negative है.
Negative.
Yes, sir.
Everyone getting this or not?
Yes, sir.
Earlier the body was neutral, but now when it got attracted, when you introduce a charge body near to it, so thereby what happened? Positive charges shifted towards this side. Right. Later on, when you remove this now, for example, if you were to remove this and you were to connect the earth wire, what might happen? The negative charges will be flowing into this body. So thereby now the net charge will become negative. So in this manner, flow of charge is taking place. Basically, it's not like a
Earth wire always will get negative charges.
earth wire. Not always. It will depend upon the given material also. For example, if there is too much of charge in this one now, so thereby electrons will be not transferring into the earth.
Yes, sir.
That's why earth wire is basically wired into the circuit. So induction charging is charging method that charges an object without actually touching the object to any other charge object, right? So here you get to see that on one side of the body the charges are getting organized, so we get the difference between the charges. So that is the way. Now you can understand this diagram as well. So here again this person has brought a negative object near to it now. So there you get to see that the positive charges in this body has shifted towards this side, and the negative charges has repelled and then shifted towards this side, right now. Now
Yes, sir.
this person is removing this from here. This person has removed it from here, right now, and you get to see that the charges have how the charges have distributed themselves in the body like this,
Yes, sir.
right now. So whatever excess charge developed on it, now it has distributed itself uniformly. Hope you guys are getting it.
Yes, sir.
Okay. By the way, I thought to talk about this person as well, Nikola Tesla. Although
Tesla
this is although यहाँ पे induction में basically you get to see कि in electromagnetic induction का यहाँ पर concept आता है. So Nikola Tesla, he was a scientist who was way ahead of his time.
Yes, sir.
So he was a Serbian American inventor, electrical engineer thingy. He was also a mechanical engineer. Okay, now. So he is best known for his contribution to the design of this AC current supply करने वाली machine की उन्होंने बनाया था basically. There are two type of current, AC current and DC current, alternating current and direct current. You will be studying that in class 9. So see basically what happened, okay, although note this thing that this is not very much related to induction. यहाँ पे आप electromagnetic induction की बात करेंगे. All right, no?
Yes, sir.
Electromagnetic induction. What happens in electromagnetic induction? Try to understand this thing. Let me keep it very simple. You guys can also make a Tesla coil by yourself. For example, what you can do, you will basically take a stand like this and you will place a coiled wire over this.
Yes, sir.
Coiled
Solenoid.
wire, understand? Yeah?
Solenoid.
Yes, sir.
Very good. By the way, solenoid is having a straight shape. वो cylindrical shape में होता है.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So you have coiled wire, and now, for example, you bring a bulb near to it now. Okay, Namaz. So you have brought a bulb near to it,
Yes, sir.
and this bulb is carrying electricity. Or let's say now, okay, you have just brought any wire near to this Tesla coil that is carrying current. Okay. Okay, so far clear?
Yes,
No.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Notice the term electro and magnetic. Electro and magnetic. If you guys have studied the chemical effects of electric currents, you guys have studied now.
Yes, sir.
So when electricity flows, now there's not just only chemical effect. I might have told you that it develops magnetic field also.
Yes, sir.
Normally, when in the wire, current is flowing now. So thereby, not that much amount of magnetic field is generated. But what if I were to roll it like this? I were to roll it like this. Okay, and I have made a coil. So thereby,
Yes, sir.
it will develop some amount of magnetic field. Okay,
Yes,
now
sir.
same thing is happening. You have rolled the wire in the form of a coil, so it will develop magnetic field. And जब magnetic field induce होता है, so it will in reverse generate current as well.
Yes, sir.
So what you guys did now, you kept a wire near to it, right? So in the wire, electric current was flowing.
So it is attracted.
It is not attracted. It is not attracted. You have brought a electric wire near to it, and in this one also current is flowing. Tesla coil में भी current flow कर रहा है.
Yes, sir.
Try to understand this from here. In this Tesla coil, current is flowing, and ये coil form में wire है, right now. So in from this now, magnetic field will be generated. Magnetic field generate होगा. Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
magnetic field will be generated here, and when you will study about this in depth, then you will get to see, okay, when magnetic field here is generated, it will amplify the amount of current generated here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now. So current का amount multiple times amplify होता है यहाँ पर. So in this manner, this basically works, right? So magnetic field का यहाँ पर concept होगा. Anyways, if you have get some extra time, so you guys can study about this in detail. Okay, na?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
So what was the purpose of the invention of Tesla coil?
Look, basically, he invented Tesla coil. Now, like this one was this is the actual image of the Tesla coil, which was set up according to his design. So the basic idea behind this was to make electricity available to everyone. His idea was that, okay, now, or to make electricity cheaper and more advanced, make the technology more advanced. Okay, now. And like कि यहाँ पे बहुत कम fuel and बहुत कम resources use करके we can power a very large amount of area with electricity.
So why is it not applied today then?
There are some limitations to it. Okay, ना. Like Tesla coil की कई सारे कुछ limitations हैं, like it might be like difficult to handle the amount of current that will be generated from it. कुछ drawbacks इसके बिल्कुल रहे होंगे. Okay, ना. So that thereby like a project did not grew further. All right, now. So
Yes, sir.
ये चीजें हैं. Okay. Anyways, don't include this in induction. Okay, now. That is electromagnetic induction, different from induction that you were studying there. Okay, now
Yes, sir.
in NCERT book you will find these given activities. Okay, in fact one can understand it by reading themselves as well. So here again, what is happening basically? कि charges develop हो रहे हैं, opposite
Yes, sir.
charges are developing. Right now you have taken two inflated balloons and hanging them in such a way that they are not touching each other, and rub both the balloon with cloth, with a woolen cloth, and thereby they will develop some charges and then they will be repelling each other like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no? Okay, again in activity 12.3, the second one you get to see that you have repeated the same activity with pen refills. Okay, no? So you have rubbed one of the pen refill with polythene and place it carefully in a glass tumbler using the tumbler as a stand. आपने एक glass tumbler लिया है. You have placed one refill in this. Further, what you do, you again rub the other refill with the same polythene, and now you try to bring both of them close to each other. Right now. Further, it says that be careful not to touch the charge end with your hand.
Yes,
जिस
sir.
end को आपने charge किया, do not touch that end of the pen refill. Okay, no?
Yes, sir.
So further, you get to see that will they be attracting each other. So in this activity, what will you be observing? You have rubbed both the pen refills with the same polythene. So thereby they will be developing same charges on them.
It's repelling.
Sir, can you explain again? I didn't understand.
Sure. See what we have done now, we have taken a glass tumbler like this. You have taken a pen refill and you rubbed it with polythene. You have taken two pen refills. Both of them you have rubbed with polythene. So thereby they
Yes,
will be developing same kind of charges on them now. So once you will be placing it in this glass tumbler, they will be repelling each other. Okay. But when you bring this balloon near to it, now it will be getting attracted. Why is it so? Because we have rubbed balloon with a woolen sweater, while pen
yes,
refill with a polythene. Hence, a different charges have developed. Okay, no.
yes, sir.
Further, like the question which you asked now, I read an article on this sometime about the Tesla coil. There were several health hazards due to the Tesla coil. Okay, ना like कि वो high voltage radio frequency waves निकलती हैं उससे. Okay, ना so thereby it was causing harm to heart, human कि heart के लिए problematic है वो.
Did it
Okay, ना.
also excrete radiation?
No, there is not any proof regarding radiation. ये high voltage radio frequencies निकालती हैं, radio frequencies emit करती हैं. Okay, ना.
Yes, sir.
So thereby it will be causing harm to the human heart, skin के लिए problematic था. So thereby the project never went ahead. Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, some other facts you guys need to remember. Like read the given paragraph, one of you. Ahmed is Ahmed here?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Remaz, read the given paragraph, please.
Yes, sir.
Read this one. Read this. Read the given paragraph.
Yes, sir. It is a convection to call the charge acquired by a glass rod when it's in rubbered with silk as positive. The other kind of charge is said to be negative.
Okay, so you guys will remember that. Okay, now. Okay, when you
Yes, sir.
rub a glass rod with silk, thereby it will be acquiring positive charge and the silk will be acquiring negative charge. So do remember that. Okay,
The always.
always, in almost all cases, always. Okay, now. So ये concept है basically. It will leave the glass rod positive while it itself will become negative charge. Okay, so ये यहाँ पे charge by rubbing का concept भी हम पढ़ रहे थे. Now let's understand about this device, that is the electroscope. Anyone remembers about electroscope?
Yes, sir. We can use to see the charges between two objects.
Not two objects. Basically, we can see whether the given object is charged or not. Presence of charge can be checked by the help of an electroscope.
Yes, sir.
That is what we are using it for. Okay, is Ahmed back in the class or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Ahmed. Huh. So Ahmed, we did talked about electroscope also, no? Hmm. So Moz, you also listen that electroscope simply it's a device. Okay, now. In fact, you can also make it yourself. बहुत ही simple है. What you can do now, you can simply take a copper coil like this, make a copper coil like this. Okay, now like normally 5 millimeter वाली जो wire आती है electrical wire, you can take copper from it. You can make a coil of it like this. Okay, and then
Yes, sir.
place a plastic straw here. Place a plastic straw over here, and then take a disk. You can yourself make a disk. You can either use the CVD disk. Okay, now, or you can
Yes, sir.
basically take a paper and make a disk, and then take a glass jar, and the other hand, at the other end of this copper coil, no, make a hook like a structure like this, and then take two papers like this, make holes in them like this, and hang both of them in this. All right, now like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
So, sir, the papers, right?
The papers, yeah, you can take anything. You can take paper, you can take any two metal
It has
pieces.
to be a conductor.
Not necessarily. Not necessarily. Usually we take gold foil leaves, but you can make it using, if normally we don't have gold foil leaves with us. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So you can take papers as well. All right. Because
Yes, sir.
charges, you get to see that charges can develop on insulators as well. Although वो conduct नहीं करेंगे, but charges can develop on them.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay now. So see what is happening. We will be taking I will be showing you an animation via which you will be able to understand it in a better manner. Although let me give you the theory part of it. So basically you will be bringing a charge object near to this metal plate. इसे हम metal plate कहते हैं. Okay guys. So now this metal plate will be conducting that charge to these gold foil leaves, and ये suspended है. These are not attached with each other. So like this where I showed के दो papers आपने लिए हैं. So these were not attached to each other, right? So these are left hanging here, right now. So
Sir, is the
charges,
metal plate negatively charged?
metal plate, huh, it's negatively charged. That's why the charges will be conducted in it, not positive charges
Yes,
will
sir.
be attracted towards the negative charge only then ना. But ये excess amount में है. It's not like कि the amount of positive charge on this body is equal to the metal plate. ये excess में होगा usually. Okay ना? Let me write it. Excess positive charge. Yes, Moz, getting it.
Yes, sir.
So charge will now be conducted to the gold foil leaves, and you can see that these are actually repelling each other. Why is it repelling? Who will answer this one? Why the gold foil leaves are repelling
I
each
like
other?
charges.
Obviously because of like charges, right? Okay, and further what happens? What if you were to connect a earth wire to it? एक earth wire अगर हमने connect की तो what will happen? Let's get to know that via this animation.
So it will attract since it will deposit negative charges.
Negative charges over it. Very good. Okay, if the volume
Gold
was
leaf
too low,
electroscope.
do let me know.
Gold leaf electroscope.
It is audible to everyone, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Gold leaf electroscope. Gold leaf electroscope is an instrument that is used for detecting the presence of electric charge and its polarity. The instrument is also used for measuring the potential difference. The important part of the gold
Look, it says that it is done to check the presence of electric charge and its polarity also. Polarity means nature of charge, whether positive, whether negative. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Also, one more thing you guys can infer from this, understand from this, that you can also get an idea about the strength of the charge in it. Because ज़्यादा deflection होगा between the gold leaves, it means more the strength of the charge developed on it is more. Anyways, continue.
leaf electroscope are shown in the picture. The two extremely thin gold leaves are attached to the lower end of the brass rod fitted in a glass jar through an insulating cork of rubber. A circular metal disc is fixed to the upper end of the brass rod. The gold leaves are extremely thin conducting foils that have low mass per unit area and are flexible, so they respond very quickly to small electrostatic forces. Charging an electroscope by conduction. Let us see how an electroscope is charged by conduction. Charging by conduction involves the contact of a charged object to a neutral object. Here we can see a glass rod and a silk cloth. Now, when a glass rod
Okay, when the glass rod will be rubbed with the silk cloth, what will be the charge acquired by the glass rod?
Positive.
Yes, Moaz, what do you think? Ahmed, what charge will be acquired by the glass rod? Yes, Ahmed, Moaz, you guys listening me or not? Hello.
Yes, sir. Audible.
So it will be acquiring positive charge. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Since I have paused this, pause the video. Answer one more question. Why is it so that the mass of the gold foil leaves are very less? ये बहुत ही thin क्यों है and mass is also very less. Why is it so?
So the charges can deposit equally.
No. No. Why is it? My question is that why is it that I will be taking very thin gold foil leaves, and since it is thin, it will be having very less amount of mass. Because you get to see कि यहाँ पे जो charges develop हो रहे हैं, it is not like a बहुत ज़्यादा charges develop हो रहे हैं. Okay ना? If you were to take heavy metal plates here, right now, so then they will not be getting deflected.
Yes, sir.
Try to understand this. That's why you have taken a very small mass.
Yes, sir.
rod is rubbed with a silk cloth, then the glass rod becomes positively charged. Touch the positively charged glass rod with the metallic disc. What do you observe? We observe that as soon as the positively charged glass rod is brought in contact with the neutral metal disc, the gold leaves diverge due to the presence of similar positive charges on them. Now, remove the glass rod. We notice that the leaves still remain diverged. This shows that electroscope is charged by conduction. Now, touch the electroscope with your hand. What do you notice? We find that the gold leaves collapse. This indicates that electroscope is discharged. What
Yes, sir.
happens to the charges? As you touch the metal disc, the electrons from the earth travels through the body and pass from the hand to the metal disc and neutralize the positive charges. We can also say that earthing takes place as we touch the electroscope. An electroscope can be negatively charged when a negatively charged ebonite rod is brought in contact with the metal disc. When it touches the metal disc, the gold leaves diverge due to the presence of similar charges on them. As soon as we touch the metal disc, the negative
Okay, now what will happen now? You have
So it
taken
will
another rod.
revert.
It will
It will
revert.
revert to its original position.
Exactly, because you know that the excess amount of charge developed on your body is also transferred back to earth. Right now, guys?
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
which rod we have taken here? Is the glass rod or is it the ebonite rod?
Ebonite.
Ebonite rod. Okay. Moz, Ahmed, Arhan, and Aram. Everyone getting these things or not?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
Yes,
continue.
charges flow to the ground, thus discharging the electroscope.
Right? So that is the concept here. Okay, no? So hope it is clear.
Yes, sir.
Right? So basically हमें अगर discharge करना हो body को या फिर you have to like keep the amount of charge in it balance, earthing is done. Usually earthing we understand that it is the process of transferring charges from a charged object to the earth, that is called as earthing. So excess amount of charge flows back to earth. But if the voltage is very low? In certain cases, voltage is very low, right now. So thereby,
Yes,
in
sir.
that case also, earthing is done. So thereby, electrons will be extracted from the earth also, right? If there is a low voltage, and if the voltage is very much in the body, then in that case also it will be discharged into the earth. So that is the thing. Okay, now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So you might have seen that in electrical irons you will be having 3-pin plugs like this. उसमें 3 pins होते हैं, right now.
Yes, sir.
So the third pin is the connected to earth wire. All right, now. So that
Yes.
if someone were to accidentally touch the metal plate over here, metal body, thereby he does not get electrocuted, not get shocked. That is transferred to the earth. Getting it, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. By the way, some questions you guys must have did these questions earlier also, but still, for the sake of revision. Okay, first question, which is not a natural phenomena? Arhan, answer this one.
Earthing.
Moaz and Ahmed. Moaz, you answered the second one. How many types of charges are gained by the first one? Earthing, that is correct. Yes, Moaz. How many types of charges are gained by rubbing objects?
Sir, 2.
Very good. Yes, Ahmed.
Okay,
Where is the
on the
lightning?
on the
Yes,
top of the building. On the
on
top
the
of the
top.
building.
Very good, very good. On the top of the building. Okay, and this one, Arham, you answer this one. Yes. Amber is a. Remember, I did told you about this
Yes,
one
sir.
previously. Yeah. So amber is it's what? It's obtained from plants, by the way.
Resin. It's a resin.
Yes, sir.
ये resin है. Very good. Okay, now you can see in this one like a fossilized tree sap hai. You can see the this mosquito is stuck in this, right now.
Yes,
So
sir.
basically, it's a sap coming from the tree, right now. एक gummy substance होता है that is extracted from the tree, right now.
Yes,
Okay, and it will be attracting substances like cloth fibers, fine wood shavings, papers. ये attract करता है. You can see in this image as well.
Yes, sir.
So that is the thing. Greeks were aware of this effect. Okay, now let's understand about lightning. Okay ना, lightning के बारे में हम पढ़ते हैं. By the way, यहाँ पर भी electrostatic charges का concept है. All right now. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Now, how there's a difference of charges that is developed on the body here. You can look at the diagram here. When evaporation takes place, what happens? The evaporated water is rising from the surface of the earth and it is going up, right now.
Yes.
So you get to see that the evaporated water rises from the surface of the earth and goes up to the great heights of the atmosphere. Now,
Yes.
here what is happening? Now, remember, water droplets only, they will be warm, right now.
Yes, sir.
Everyone knows this basic concept, right? Basically, you get to see कि अगर high temperature है, no? If the temperature in a given area is high, so the pressure developed there will be
Also high.
low pressure.
It's at the top level.
No. At the bottom, at the ground, if the air above the ground, the temperature above the ground is very high, so thereby उस area में क्या होगा? Low pressure होगा,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Also the water droplets here will be warm. High temperature की वजह से the water droplets are warm. Ahmed, you getting it? Moaz, Ahmed,
Yes, sir.
everyone getting these things? No? So this
Yes,
will be
sir.
rising up. This will be rising up. Water droplets rise कर रहे हैं and they goes up to higher in atmosphere. Now here what is happening? Now the warm droplets that are coming from the surface of the earth are now, you get to see that here now they will be becoming cold. अभी ठंडे
Yes,
हो रहे हैं यहाँ पर. So they will now start to fall down now, right? See, it's
Yes,
like
sir.
this. Okay, from here it goes up, right now. These were warm water droplets, and here in the higher heights of the atmosphere they start to cool down. So due to cooling now, they will density will be more, they will
Yes.
become heavier, so they will descend back to the surface of the earth, ये fall कर रहे हैं. So due to this, what is happening, the charges are developing, opposite charges develop हो रहे हैं. Okay now,
Yes, sir.
right? So let me sum it up what we just discussed. Here you get to see that the warm droplets from the surface of the earth that are rising up, and the cooler water droplets that are descending back towards the earth's surface, it generates opposite charges, right? और यहाँ पे opposite motion हो रहा है, right now. So the opposing motion of the hot air that is rising up and the cool air that is descending back, it causes exchange of electron. इसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है?
Exchange of electrons.
Exchange of electrons happening. Getting it now, guys?
Yes, sir.
Electrons. Yeah. So exchange of electrons are happening here. So this will lead to excessive amount of generation of positive charges in the higher clouds, and in the lower clouds negative charges are developed, right?
Yes, sir.
And ground is always positive charge. By sign convention, do remember that, okay now?
Yes, sir.
Ground will be positively charged. So in this manner you will get to see, due to the friction between the hot air and the cool air, electrons are being exchanged, and that leads to positive and negative charge developing in the cloud. Getting it now, guys? So
Yes,
in
sir.
this manner we get to see कि क्या होगा, lightning होगा. Okay now, I have included few important points, you guys can read it yourself. Okay now. Okay, after the chapter I will be providing the PPT of this one. I think I have already provided the PPT of this one to those students who have earlier joined the class. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, please do check that. If not, I will be providing that again. Okay now. So that is the thing over here. You get to see that during thunderstorms, the air current is moving upward and water droplets move downwards. This causes the separation of charges between clouds, right?
Yes, sir.
And earth के बीच में भी separation हो रहा है ना? The charges
Yes, sir.
between earth and the cloud is also separated right now. So
Yes, sir.
basically what will happen, after some time magnitude of charge will increase, right now.
Yes, sir.
And air that you know कि normally एक bad conductor है, air is a bad conductor, but if too much of charges develops in the cloud, now it will start to conduct the flow of electricity.
Yes,
इसे
sir.
ही हम lightning कर रहे हैं, lightning कहते हैं, because normally air we know that it is a bad conductor, but here it is conducting because too much of charges had developed on it,
Yes, sir.
right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that is the thing. So this thing you guys already must be aware of, like why we place lightning, why we place rods over here, and why lightning strikes the tall buildings very easily. Okay now,
The lightning
because
seeks the tall things to fall on, since the
it provides the shortest pathway to the lightning.
yes, sir.
Okay now, guys. So like this lightning will seek, as Arhan is saying, the shortest pathway to be conducted into the earth. Like for example, कि बहुत सारे, for example, this is a coconut tree. Okay now, this is a
Yes, sir.
coconut tree, and these are the buildings, for example. So most probably the lightning will be falling where, on A or B?
Say A.
A.
On A, because it is providing the shortest pathway. Moz, you getting it? What do I mean when I say shortest pathway for
Yes,
the
sir.
lightning right now? Okay, that is the thing over here. Certain, in many times you might have heard a person also suffered from lightning.
Yes, sir.
That must have happened because that person might have been either standing nearby this tree or nearby a tall building, or in a field. If he were to standing, he is the only person who is basically the tallest thing in that open field.
Yes, sir.
कोई भी पेड़ नहीं है, no buildings are there, no trees are there. If he is standing in an open field, so thereby lightning will struck him most probably. So hope you guys are getting this thing now,
Yes,
right?
sir.
That is यहाँ पे shortest pathway, or you can say कि ear gap between the building and lightning is short, hence they are more susceptible to lightning strikes.
Yes, sir.
And you can understand its structure, how the structure is basically working here, right now. So lightning conductors are placed, lightning rods, or say lightning conductors, they are placed on the top of the building to protect them from lightning, because lightning has so much of a strength, so it consists of so much of charge that it can destroy the whole building.
Yes, sir.
ओके ना, ये पूरी बिल्डिंग को डिस्ट्रॉय कर सकता है. So thereby when you conduct the lightning rod, the charges are transferred all the way back to the earth, and ये एक direct passage provide कर रहा है for the transfer of charges into the earth, right? And ये ground में एक rod हम लगाते हैं. Okay, so always ensure one more thing, okay, if you are having your building is very tall, make sure you install a lightning rod there for the safety purpose. Okay, now let's understand also, okay, also you should be having earth wire in your on your in your building as well.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now let's understand how do you avoid, how do you protect yourself when there is a lightning nearby. So generally avoid all the tall buildings, right?
Yes, sir.
Generally avoid all the tall buildings, avoid bodies of water, because water bodies will also be conducting
Good conductor. Yes, sir.
good conductors हैं वो. Down power lines, stay away from that, or seek shelter in low lying areas, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
apart from that, ये तो बाहर की बात हुई. What if you were to indoor, what if you were to inside the house? So avoid taking a bath, avoid taking a bath when there is a lightning, or if you are sure that your house might be getting struck with lightning, so make sure you don't take a bath right now, because the pipelines might be carrying the charges.
Yes, sir.
Also avoid contact with telephone and electrical wires. What type of telephone? Earlier those wired telephones की हम बात कर रहे हैं, right now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if someone still uses that, avoid using that. Okay, no, because they also have networks of power lines like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now somewhere usually that is underground, but what if एक no एक pole हो somewhere of that connection lines as well, कोई अगर एक pole है, so that can be problematic. Unplug all the electrical appliances, right?
Yes, sir.
Avoid bathing. So these are the steps you have to follow, right? Okay, outdoors, if you are inside a car or a vehicle, then stay away, then stay inside with doors and windows shut.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
na? Okay, na? So these are some of the things which you can follow.
So we can identify if lightning is about to fall in the particular area because our hair stands up due to the immense charges in the air.
Ha. Very good, very good. Okay, now so that is also one of the way which you can see. But normally, if the lightning is accompanied with rainfall, also you won't get to experience that.
Yes, sir.
If the lightning is accompanied, basically thunderstorm hai. There is one thing is lightning, then there is thunderstorm. In thunderstorm is accompanied by rainfall as well.
Yes, sir.
Rainfall will bring moisture in the air, so there you won't get to get to see such phenomena कि hairs are getting straightened up. That won't happen because the moisture, you guys know that moisture will impact the charge. Another natural phenomena is the earthquake, right? So see basically what happens, okay, our earth is divided into 7 major tectonic plates, right? These are the major tectonic plates. Have a look at this one. Okay, in fact, when I was discussing this earlier, I did told you guys to remember the names of some of the plates. Have you guys remembered?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so everyone who has joined later on also, Moz, our earth, you know, it's not like a it's one plain surface. The surface of the earth is divided into several fractions. Just like when you look at the human skull, for example, assume this, like there are so many cranial bones in our skull. There are so many facial bones, right? When you look at the skull, for example, although it appears कि वो एक single bone है, but there are so many joints in it.
Yes, sir.
right now. So in our face, you get to see that 22 bones. Of that, I think 8 or 14. I don't exactly recall the number, but I think 14 of them are found in our cranium only. Cranium, you guys are getting it or not?
Yes, sir.
There is jawbone are different from
It's
skull bone.
different. It's different. When you look at the whole skull now, there are two type of bones. One is cranium bone, another one is the facial bones. एक cranium bone होता है, एक facial bone होता है, right now.
Yes, sir.
So when you understand about this now, okay, there were 8 bones actually. So in our cranium now, which is basically protecting our brain, that is called as cranium. There are total 8 bones which are joined to each other. Those are not separate that cannot be separated from each other, right now. Same thing you can understand here. Although Earth looks like a single plate, hoga, but it's like there are several plates. There are total 7 major tectonic plates on Earth. Tectonic plates. And look at these lines. So these are the lines from where the plates are separated from each other, right now.
So
Okay.
who separated all these into plates?
Who separated? You should have the question should have been who named these, or like basically who separated. By nature it is like that. If you were to study the geological evolution of Earth, you will get to know that several million years ago all these continents were joined, and then there was a huge continent that was called as
Eurasia.
no, Eurasia was like that is a different thing.
Yes, Pangea.
Pangea. Okay, no? And Pangea में भी हम पढ़ते हैं कि like it was like this. For example, it was further separated into two parts. Okay, now, there was Gondwana land, and there was one more. I think there was Gondwana land, and there was one more. I'm forgetting at the moment. So, anyways, coming back to this thing. So, all you get to see that these continents that you get to see that they are lying on different plates. For example, if you were to talk about where is Russia, China, they are lying on which plate? So that is Eurasian plate, right?
Yes, sir.
So is
India
it
is
Angara plate? Angara land?
Angara land. Angara land, very good. Gondwana and Angara land, very good. Yeah, that was the name. So millions of years ago, these were joined, but now over the course of millions of years, they started to depart from each other. So basically, plates are moving; they are continuously in motion. All right, now. So
Yes, sir.
at the boundary where the two plates will be moving, they will be colliding into each other. Somewhere they will be colliding onto each other. Somewhere they will be separating away from each other. So there, at those zones now, at those places, earthquake will happen. Okay, now, so that is the thing which we will be studying in the next class. All right, now,
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
and in the next class, the chapter will be completed hopefully. All right.
Okay, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that's it for today.
Allah Hafiz, sir.
Love it, sir.
Love is. Yeah,
Good evening,
Chikrika
sir.
and Sundus. Yeah, good evening.
How are you, sir?
I'm
Good
also good.
evening,
I'm good. I'm good. How are you guys?
sir. Friends. How
Good,
are
sir.
you?
So I wanted to ask, like,